Hello everyone, this is Guggy Brar and welcome back to Voice Within. This is the final chapter of the Sidhu Moosewala story. A story that began in a small village in Punjab and grew into one of the biggest cultural movements Punjabi music had ever seen. But it is also a story filled with unanswered questions, public grief, controversy, and a legacy that only became stronger after death. In this final episode, we look at what happened after the gunshots fell silent, the investigation, the public reaction, the arrests, the theories, and the legacy Sidhu Moosewala left behind in the hearts of millions around the world. Everything you think you know about Sidhu Moosewala's death is a complete and utter lie. What the media and the system fed you was nothing but a carefully scripted story, a fake narrative of gang war to hide the ugly truth. On 29th May 2022, Punjab didn't just lose a singer, it lost one of the most dangerous voices it had ever produced. Sidhu Moosewala was assassinated, silenced, eliminated. Not by some random gangsters, but by the system itself. Let's go deep into what really happened. Just a few hours before the attack, his entire police security was suddenly withdrawn. The same security that used to follow him everywhere like a shadow mysteriously disappeared on that exact day. Who gave the order? Why only on that day? How did the killers get exact information about his location and movements? They want you to believe that Lawrence Bishnoi ordered the hit from inside jail. But think about it. How does a prisoner sitting behind bars coordinate such a precise, professional assassination? How did the killers reach the spot so easily? How did they escape without any resistance? This wasn't a gang war. This was a political assassination with full support from inside the system. Sidhu Moosewala had become too powerful, too bold, too dangerous. His songs were not just music, they were waking up the entire youth of Punjab. He was openly exposing the dirty nexus of drugs, politics, police, and power. He was calling out the leaders, the system, and the forces destroying Punjab from within. He was turning into a revolution, and revolutions are never allowed. The real powers sitting in big offices, the politicians, the drug lords, and the people who run this entire game from the shadows, they all saw him as a massive threat. They couldn't control him, they couldn't buy him, so they decided to eliminate him. They used gangsters as the visible weapon, but the real trigger was pulled by much bigger hands. Hands that will never be shown on camera. Hands that control both the gangs and the police. This is how the system works. They create the problem, they control the narrative, and they eliminate anyone who tries to expose the game. Even after his death, his voice continues to haunt them. His songs are still banned in many places. His name still creates fear. Because dead or alive, Sidhu Moosewala became a symbol of resistance against the corrupt system. They killed his body, but they could never kill his ideology. They could never kill the fire he lit in millions of young hearts across Punjab and beyond. This assassination was a clear warning to every single person who dares to speak the truth. This is what happens when you become too big for the system. The system doesn't fear gangsters. The system fears awakened voices. And Sidhu had become the loudest, most fearless voice they had seen in decades. Now the real question that should keep you awake at night is this. How long will we keep believing their lies? How many more voices will they silence before we wake up? Sidhu Moosewala didn't die because of some personal enmity. He died because he exposed the system. He died because he became too dangerous for the people running Punjab from the shadows. They can kill the man, but they can never kill the movement. The truth is still alive, his voice is still alive, and the awakening he started is only getting stronger. If you're watching this, you already know something is wrong. Share this video, spread the truth. Comment, Sidhu was silenced, if you understand what really happened. The system is watching, but so are we. Wake up, Punjab. Wake up, India. Before they silence every single voice that dares to speak.